The night skies over Nevada providing a quite dramatic backdrop to this make-believe gambling resort of Las Vegas, now the boxing capital of the world. And here in the Las Vegas Hilton, the largest hotel in the world, the latest episode in the unification series to find the undisputed world heavyweight champion is to be played out. Welcome to ringside, and as you can imagine, there is a sharp sense of anticipation and excitement in the air. Hardly surprising when you consider from the disadvantaged ghettos of Brooklyn, a young man has exploded onto the heavyweight scene, the most devastating force in this division for years, Mike Tyson. And at 20 years and 5 months, he aims to create history by becoming the youngest heavyweight champion of the world. Yes, it's the young lion against the old tiger. 33-year-old Trevor Berbick, Jamaican-born and now American WBC champion, who will once again enter a ring as the underdog, but he predicts he will win the fight in the 7th. But he will be coming out from this corner behind me to try and retain that title. Now, apart from their natural aggressive qualities, outside the ring, both men are gentle and sensitive. Trevor Berbick is an ordained preacher. Apart from being closely involved in rehabilitation work in the South Nevada Correctional Center, he is a very stimulating influence on the congregation of the Moments of Miracle Church when he's here in Las Vegas. He calls himself a soldier of the cross, and his beliefs affect his approach to his sport.
I have a journey. I have something to conquer, because I have to show the world that my God is supreme. Yes, I work hard, I train, I prepare myself physically. Yes, I'm a soldier of the cross. And I will defeat all devils that come my way. This is my calling.
Mike Tyson was a street-fighting delinquent when he was 11. Robbing and mugging were his pastimes. But from a correctional center, he landed in the care of the legendary Cus D'Amato, who guided Floyd Patterson to greatness, and he became young Tyson's legal guardian. The wise old man has had an overwhelming influence on Tyson as a fighter.
With me, the guy comes to me with a spark. I fan the spark until it becomes a flame. I feed the flame until it becomes a fire. Then I feed the fire until it becomes a roaring blaze. That's what I have to do.
He said you could be the champ, even at a young age. And I believed in him. I developed that kind of confidence in him. And we just made it, that was the destiny, no matter whatever happened. And he discussed times that he wasn't feeling well and he doesn't think he's going to be around. But he said no matter what, the job must go on.
Tragically, Cus D'Amato died last November, but since then, the young Tyson has given unbelievable commitment and dedication to his work in the gym and blazed a trail to this title challenge in the ring with a 27-fight unbeaten record. With me is the former world lightweight champion, Jim Watt. Jim, is Tyson going to blaze his way to victories he's done so many times in the past, or will Berbick's class tell at the end, do you think?
Well, I don't think Tyson will blast Berbick out. Although Tyson, I haven't spotted any flaws in his makeup, I keep remembering that 3 men this year have taken Tyson into the 10th round. 3 men who are not in world class. Therefore, Berbick, with his experience and his great knowledge, should take him a good few rounds. I expect he could even go the full distance. Tyson could even have to settle for a points one. I don't expect a quick one, but I do expect a Tyson victory.
Jim, thank you very much indeed. You better take your seat with Reg Guttridge, our commentator ringside. And indeed, over to you now, Reg. Thank you.
So here's the tail of the tape then, and as you can see, Berbick having to give away, well, obviously age and weight. It's 15.8 and a half Berbick. That was the weight he won the championship at, and Tyson came in at 15.11 and a quarter. He's only supposed to be 5'11 and a half. Some people even doubt if he's as tall as that, and he's got to give height and a 7-inch reach advantage to Berbick, and he may need that to keep this fellow off. So there's the man of the moment then, Mike Tyson, who looks to me as though he's been working out in the dressing room, which is a trailer in the car park of this magnificent Hilton Hotel there. And this man, totally dedicated, as you see there. He won't look at the crowd. It's unusual for him to be wearing even a kind of sweatshirt. He usually comes in with nothing, accepts the pats on the back, this long walk. I suppose, Jim, for somebody like a man that's walking to the gallows in some cases, but a lot of people think it's the opponent that's going to be doing that. Impressive looking, isn't he?
Well, it's an unusual situation here because we have all the strainers on the challenger because he's heavily favoured. Everybody's liked the way he's doing things. He just come into the ring now, Reg.
Well, the thing is, he's going to get fined, believe it or not, before he's thrown a punch, $2,000 for wearing black trunks, because the Nevada State Commission say that the champion has precedence. In fact, it's in their rules, but it isn't in the World Boxing Council rules. But they say because it's in Nevada, if he comes in black trunks, because Berbick wanted to wear those. And there he is, also garbed in black then, the World Boxing Council version of the champion from Jamaica, Trevor Berbick, who's just looking around. I don't think he's counting the house because he's getting well paid, $2.1 million. What a comeback for him, almost from nowhere to win the championship against Pinkman Thomas. Now his brother, who lives in London, who has turned up here at ringside, Basil, tells me that he's got some kind of gimmick when he gets into the ring to surprise Tyson. We'll find out. There it is, wearing the WBC belt. In fact, that organisation actually insists that their champions come into the ring with it. There's Angelo Dundee, as I said. Now let's see if he's got any kind of gimmick that he's really fearless, you know, Berbick. Angelo Dundee says he can be a bit crazy at times, and that's why he's got such a good chance of upsetting this 3.5 to 1 favourite. There's the rundown then for Berbick, who incidentally told me that he really is a year younger than claimed in the record books, and that he's 32 and not 33, born in August 54.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would ask you all to please remain standing as we present the national anthem. And to present that national anthem this evening, the very talented and internationally famous vocalist, Mr. Lou Rawls.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in the air, they gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave?
This is the main event of the night. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Championship of the World. Introducing, in the blue corner, fighting out of Catskill, New York, weighing 221 1/4 pounds. He is undefeated in his professional career with 27 wins, no defeats, 25 KOs. He is the challenger, Mike Tyson. And in the red corner, formerly of Jamaica, now fighting out of Miami, Florida, weighing 218 1/2 pounds. His professional record consists of 31 wins, 4 defeats, 1 draw, and 23 KOs. He is the WBC Heavyweight Champion of the World, Trevor Berbick.
So we're finally getting the rundown.
If you get in close and I tell you to break, you stop punching and step back clean. Any question from the challenger or chief second? Any question from the champion or chief second? All right, let's get it on. Come on.
So Mills Lane and his almost famous words now, let's get it on. And there's where it's at now. Now this man here, Tyson, his personality entirely really confined to the ring, incredibly shy outside, but he's got a kind of galvanizing presence in the ring, but He's up against a man who knows the game. And a little bit of a gimmick, wearing the bobby socks, the black bobby socks, because Berbick knew that Tyson always comes in the black garb, and he just wanted to upstage him a bit. And the referee tried to get rid of some obstacle in the ring there, so we're off now, scheduled for 12 rounds. And one of the judges, which we don't think will be needed, is Harry Gibbs from London. Well, I tell you, no wonder Tyson has warmed up long before he got to this ring and was fidgeting and working all through the trimmings there. He's coming out firing. Oh, really winging those punches in. But Berbick's not going to be found wanting. He's a very brave guy. He proved that when he fought Larry Holmes, went 15 rounds with then a peak Larry Holmes, remember? Well, this is where all that sort of pent-up tension and needle is starting to show, Jim.
Well, Tyson has never been pushed back in any of his fights. I think Berbick is trying to do just that. I think Berbick wants Tyson on his back foot. See, he's pushing him as he gets up close. He's doing quite the opposite of what everybody expected him to do.
Yes, Angelo Dundee was saying this fight's all about angles, and he's studied Tyson and he's been sort of coaching Berbick on how he can do it, but he's taken some bangs on the side of the head with the right hand and hasn't flinched yet, Berbick. He's only been stopped once in 37 fights. But this man Tyson, well, we'll find out whether it's myth or reality with this one. Really accurate with those shots. I'm surprised Berbick is not trying to block those. He's being too arrogant, really. Well, I know he fought a fair share of sort of no hopers, Jim Tyson, but I tell you, the way he started this fight, he could really be, as they say here, the real item.
Yeah, he's always looked the part, and already he's looking the part in the big test. But Berbick has been far too reckless. His defence isn't tight enough. He's standing within punching range all the time. His defence is nothing like as tight as it has to be. Hopefully he'll change that pretty soon.
Now that was a slip there. That wasn't a punch that did that. That was... Oh, and he's nailed him there. The right hand came first. He lost control of the feet entirely there, Berbick. This absolute caveman of a fighter, isn't he, Mike Tyson? This really is the black version of a Rocky Marciano, and 2 stone heavier. And the bell now, I tell you, has come really to Berbick's rescue there, although he's staring Tyson out as if to say, you're not hurting me. Well, he could have fooled me. Oh, Jim, I wonder Angelo will be at it now, won't he?
Yeah, not half. As far as I see it, Berbick is not defending his title. He's committing suicide here. He's standing right in front of Tyson, making no move to land punches on Tyson, and his own defence is completely open. He's taking punches straight away he shouldn't be taking. Unless he brightens up his idea and changes his act, I don't see him getting by the second round. Look at the tremendous punches coming through.
Yeah,
here.
that was the right hand that started it, and he clipped him with that left hook high on the temple there. Now, with the overhead camera of this replay, there's the right hand, accurate. And then he just followed it through and watch this left hook finish. There it is, high on the temple. He did well to stand up.
5 seconds to up punches. Not saying working on his jab. Stay very calm. Look to place the body shot first, then the head. This way, Kevin. Great round. Go this way.
Second round then. And what an explosive start. You won't get much of a more... Oh, he's going to nail Berbick again at the start. He's got him rocking all over the place now. As brave as he is, Berbick, he's really got to go some to hang in there now. So early in the fight, he's getting the mandatory 8 count. Seems to know what he's doing all right, instinctively raised his hands. But he has definitely sold Mike Tyson short, Jim, no question about that. And if we had doubts about Tyson's punching ability, not really doubt, but whether he could do it in the top class, that's all been written off now, whatever happens. he starts holding on, that's a tip-off, Jim Berbick, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what he has to do. He'll have to try to mess Tyson about until some of the steam leaves his work. He's doing everything wrong so far. He's done absolutely nothing right. He'll have to get close to Tyson and grab for dear life.
No wonder the crowds come out to see this man Tyson. $600 at ringside. It will take a dime, about £425. He really has caught the imagination of the fight public, this guy. Oh, and he's switching them body to head all over the place there. It's a game show by Berbick, though, I must say. Berbick said he didn't think Tyson could fight at close quarters, the inside there, but he's not doing anything about it. But watch for Tyson with the uppercuts, one of its favourite shots, that one. Well, as you say, Jim, he's trying to tie him up a bit now, confuse him a bit, but I don't think Tyson's too bothered.
Well, everything is going Tyson's way. I think Berbick's come in tonight to show how brave and how tough he is. He's done that all right, but that's not enough to hang on to a title. There he goes.
There was a delay with that one. It was a peach of a punch in boxing terms. Completely gone. The legs are buckled under him there. He's really like a kid stumbling in a playpen. Trevor can never make this one. He's got to count him out, Mills Lane, and he has done so with 23 seconds to go in the second round. And this, well, what, 20th century caveman Mike Tyson has proved, as we said at the start, he can be the real item, and he's done it because Berbick absorbed punches well, and he's not, in fight terms, one of the mugs in the game. He was a good champion, and he fought Larry Holmes. Of course, he fought a very fading Muhammad Ali, but he was always hanging in there with the best. Tremendous performance, Jim, by this fellow.
Tremendous performance, yeah. Apart from the fact that Berbick came in without a defence and without throwing any worthwhile punches himself. I don't know what he had in his mind. I don't know what his tactics were at the start of this fight, but he did absolutely nothing right. But at least here we see here, every punch Tyson throws is a jawbreaker. Look, every time he lands, he's following up. Either hand, from any angle, every one set to kill, and over goes Berbick.
So you have a look at it again. He just lost complete control there. His heart was as big as anything there, Berbick. But his senses were just detached from his legs entirely there when he went down. And when he tries to get up here, it really is quite pitiful, really. And I hand it to him instinctively. Look at this, look, doesn't know where he is at all. What a puncher this guy must be. 15 stone, 11 pounds he came in at Tyson. One of the most dramatic finishes you'll ever see, and brutal finishes, let's face it, in a heavyweight championship. So the third angle now from over the top shot, Jim, the replay.
I think a punch landed on the forehead from Tyson. It's a strange place for a knockout punch. See, over it goes. He get caught with a high punch, the delayed effect, and over he went, and he had never any chance of recovering from that. See, Tyson can get so much power into short punches, it's hard to believe. The punches from any angle, he's always set, and you can see the state Berbick's in here, absolutely no chance of beating the count. Definitely a tremendous performance from Tyson, and once again, the heavyweight scene is alive.
So there's the promoter. He must be well pleased because he's glad that he's got this fellow in the knockout series. Become the youngest heavyweight champion of the world now at 20. Admittedly, there are three different associations now that when Floyd Patterson won it at 21, he was the sole champion, but nonetheless, he's the World Boxing Council version, the youngest in history.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mills Lane stops the bout at 2 minutes, 35 seconds of the second round. The winner by a TKO and youngest and new WBC Heavyweight Champion of the world, Michael Tyson.
Welcome back to the Las Vegas Hilton, and after that devastating victory by Mike Tyson, winning the WBC title in the second round from Trevor Berbick, we can go inside the ring now and hear from the new world champion. He's talking to Larry Merchant.
Mike Tyson, 20 years old, a heavyweight champion. How does it feel to be wearing this belt?
Well, it's the moment I waited for all my life since I started the game of boxing. And as everyone said, that Berbick didn't have a chance. Berbick was a very tough, very strong, in fact, very strong. I was never expecting him to be as strong like that. I knew he was strong, but I didn't expect him to be as strong as me. And he was very strong. But I was calm, and I was timing my punch. Every punch I threw with bad intention in a vital area.
Everybody thought that the magnitude of this event, your youth, the fact that you have been a little too impatient in past fights, might make this a longer fight. How did you feel coming into this fight? How are you prepared to fight him?
Well, I told everybody I anticipated on a knockout because I was so calm, so relaxed, and I had so much belief in myself. Because my trainer, Kevin Rooney, and I want to get in here. We sacrificed so much and we put in so much, and I just knew we couldn't fail.
What was your plan? What did you feel from him in the first round?
Well, my plan was to stick my jab in his face. As you saw, it was hard in his face, and every punch was to throw with bad intention.
That he did. We're going to take a look at the final knockdown to show, and would you describe it for us, Mike?
Just look at every punch. I'm right there. Bad intention. Miss.
That miss. He's lucky.
And I'm just waiting, boom, right off the temple. Right off the temple.
It's easy to hit. The guy going for everything. Look at that.
That's all you know. I'm the youngest champion ever in the history of the sport. My record will last for immortality. It will never be broken.
And we're going to unify.
Why is it so important for you to be immortal, to have a record that you feel nobody will ever break?
Because I want to live forever.
That's all right. Did he ever hit you with anything?
He threw some punches glassingly, but even if they didn't connect, I refused to get hurt. I refused to get knocked down. I refused to lose. There's no way in the world I was going to go out this ring walking. I had to be carried out. I had to be dead. There's no way I was going to leave this ring alive.
It looked early in the second round that he had already recognized your power and that he was starting to hold on and just survive even as early as that.
Well, I don't know about that. If that was so, that was his problem. I was coming to destroy and win the heavyweight championship of the world, which I've done. And I'd like to dedicate my fight to my great guardian, Customato, and I'm sure he's up there and he's looking and he's talking to all the great fighters and saying his boy did it.
He's smiling, that's right.
Next month, Tim Witherspoon fights Tony Tubbs. You will fight the winner. Give us your assessment quickly of that fight. And what do you think about your chances against either of them?
I would love to fight the winner. I don't know who the winner's going to be, but I would love to fight the winner. I'm champion of the world. I'll fight any man alive, and I feel I could beat anyone in the world. And I'll take on all comers.
Thank you very much, Mike Tyson. That interview was longer than the fight.
Well, Mike Tyson gets $1.5 million for that fight and another $1 million for winning it. Some experts say that he makes mistakes. I just wonder what he's going to do when he puts it all together. Jim?
Well, if he made mistakes tonight, I must have missed them. But it's amazing. The thing that surprised me more than any other, I know it's a bit early to start calling him the best heavyweight ever. He's just won the title. But I've never seen a heavyweight who throws punches with the speed Tyson's punches move at. And none of the other heavyweights in the series can match him for speed or strength. So I don't know how they're going to hold him off.
We've always said all the other men that have met him before in the ring have been intimidated. Do you think that Berbick was also intimidated tonight?
I got the feeling tonight that Trevor Berbick committed suicide. He didn't do a thing right. He's known as being a very good survivor, a real tough, hard man who knows how to mess up an opponent. But he did absolutely nothing right tonight. He came in, made all the mistakes he could possibly make, hung his chin out, and you can't do that with Mike Tyson.
Tyson has now got either Witherspoon or Tubbs, the winners of the WBA title, either one or the other. Should he worry about either of those?
I don't think Tyson should worry about anything. If he keeps the attitude he has now, the physical condition, and he can only improve. Now he has the confidence of knowing that he is world champion. He can only go on from here, improve. I don't know what they're going to do with him.
Jim, thank you very much indeed. So now Mike Tyson has to await the outcome of the WBA title fight, which is in New York. That, of course, is between Tony Tubbs and Tim Witherspoon. And you can see that only on ITV on December the 13th. The winner of that one will meet Mike Tyson, and that is a fight that you will also see on ITV. It will be here in Las Vegas, and that will be on March the 7th. And the winner of that encounter will face the IBF world champion, Michael Spinks. Well, after what we've seen tonight, who would bet against Mike Tyson, the new WBC title holder? From all of us here in Las Vegas, goodbye.
He really has caught the imagination of the fight public, this guy. Switching them body to head all over the place there. It's It's a game show by Berbick, though, I must say. Berbick said he didn't think Tyson could fight at close quarters, the inside there, but he's not doing anything about it. But watch for Tyson with the uppercuts, one of its favourite shots, that one. Well, as you say, Jim, he's trying to tie him up a bit now, confuse him a bit, but I don't think Tyson's too bothered.
Well, everything is going Tyson's way. I think Berbick's come in tonight to show how brave and how tough he is. He's done that all right, but that's not enough to hang on to a title. There he goes.
There was a delay with that one. It was a peach of a punch in boxing terms. Completely gone. The legs are buckled under him there. He's really like a kid stumbling in a playpen. Trevor can never make this one. He's got to count him out, Mills Lane, and he has done so.
Well, because of the